Welcome back to Module 1. In this unit, we're going to discuss an important topic of safety and security. While in the last unit we talked about federal aviation regulations and the standards that are required of air charter operators, they're really minimum standards. Because of the risk involved in the high amounts of insurance in the air charter industry, especially because of flying high net worth individuals, the insurance requirements will sometimes require standards way beyond the federal aviation requirements. So there are a couple safety firms that are utilized, and one of them because the insurance are looking for those requirements as far as pilot minimum hours, history of air charter operators, and so the due diligence that's required is helpful, and it's provided by two safety firms that we're going to take a look at today. In addition, with safety and security, there's a training that's required, and air charter operators spend a lot of money on training, and we'll look at a couple of the firms that conduct that today. So as noted in the previous unit, the air charter industry enjoys an excellent safety record, and one of the reasons for this is because it's so regulated in the areas of flight operations, pilot requirements and training, aircraft certification, and maintenance. There are two aviation safety firms that are often used by air charter brokers and air carriers for what they call third-party safety auditing, and those two companies are named Argus International and Wyvern. So just to be familiar with these companies, because you may hear the names in the future, especially if you are requiring some kind of trip check or pass check that we're going to talk about here. So Argus stands for Aviation Research Group US, and they offer a due diligence system that offers commercial operators, buyers of charter, and passengers around the world the confidence and peace of mind desired for their upcoming flight. So with over 500 rated operators around the world and spanning 6 continents, Argus rated operators fly more hours each year than non-Argus rated operators. Consumers of charter can ensure their commercial flight requirements are met through Argus' program, which they call Trip Check, and an easy-to-read report that instantaneously compares your trip requirements against the specific charter operator, aircraft, and flight crew assigned to your flight. Another firm is Wyvern. Private air charter is a very competitive business. For a quarter century, Wyvern has provided objective third-party audits and desk reviews for flight departments, brokers, operators, and passengers of charter operators to determine compliance with industry best practices. Only an operator who has successfully passed a wingman audit and is in good standing with Wyvern is wingman certified, or may call themselves a wingman operator. These operators provide their customers with a past trip due diligence report against the wingman standard. Wyvern also provides a safety intelligence report, and this helps buyers make informed decisions when selecting a charter operator based on the operator's history, a real-time look at its practices. Wyvern's Safety Intelligence Report is a complete record on each operator, includes an operator background check, a pilot roster with individual background information, insurance details, operational specifications, a listing of aircraft by specific registration number, and a complete company management overview. This data helps charter buyers to perform due diligence and thorough risk analysis when selecting an operator. And it also verifies legal documents, fleet data, and crew qualifications. And is the only program currently available in the industry that includes a minimum equipment list. So this is quite often used, say, by a Fortune 500 company that might have their own flight department, and sometimes they need supplemental lift. Maybe the aircraft is in maintenance, or they need a different aircraft for a flight mission. So they may look to a charter operator to do another flight, and in this case, because of their insurance requirements, they may very well ask for a safety intelligence report on that particular charter operator. So as far as the PASS, which LABA International utilizes, it's a due diligence pilot verification program. It's a trip checking program that confirms that each pilot holds the appropriate license, aircraft type rating, and current medical clearance. Each pilot in operator's roster is approved using Wyvern's proprietary pilot background check, which is accomplished in 24 hours of a pilot being entered into a system. All pilots are checked a minimum of every 30 days, and any pilot who has an accident or enforcement action that resulted in a sanction are immediately disqualified from the program. So air carriers spend a great deal of money training, and one of the companies they utilize quite often for simulator training and crew training is Flight Safety International. Flight Safety delivers safety-focused training for business and corporate aviation professionals, including pilots of fixed and rotary wing aircraft, maintenance technicians, flight attendants, and dispatchers. And they have facilities all around the world, and certainly here in the United States. Another company that's utilized is CAE. They're located at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, but they have other facilities, and basically out of Canada is their corporate headquarters. But the facility is the largest corporate aviation training center in the world, offering pilot, maintenance, and flight crew training. In this particular facility, they have a 426,000 square foot facility with 36 FAA Level C and D business aircraft simulators, fully equipped with the state-of-the-art classrooms. Security. As previously discussed, a charter aircraft is just about one of the best places to hold a confidential business meeting, and personal security is assured. Security operations can include ground transportation, so we want to make sure comfort, safety, and security at any location to an exact schedule. And a lot of times with security, that will ensure that the ground transportation limo company that's providing security, especially overseas, meets certain security standards. And basically, we don't want to have any issues of corporate kidnapping or any kind of kidnapping, and ensure that the ground transportation is secured. There's also VIP meet and greet, a reassuring face and peace of mind in an unfamiliar destination. So this will be quite often accomplished in a third world nation, for example. Special events transportation, all aspects of high-profile sporting and entertainment, large-scale events are strategically coordinated and closely supervised to ensure security. And then airport security itself, comprehensive pre-departure en route and on-the-ground solutions. So this could include even hiring ground security to secure and watch an aircraft while overnighting at a certain destination. So in this unit, we discussed some of the many benefits of air charter, of safety and security. The air charter industry is highly regulated for safety reasons. However, many organizations exceed the basic requirements with additional high standards that meet the Wyvern and Argus approval process. Professional and discrete personal security can be customized to meet client-specific needs worldwide with trained bodyguards, professional drivers, and the most current technology to minimize any potential threat and provide clients with personal protection and security when needed. So the bottom line is a lot of money is spent by air carrier operators to exceed the federal aviation regulations to be able to offer high insurance standards and requirements by many entertainers and high net worth individuals and corporations. So to meet those standards and the underwriting required for high insurance limits, they have to do these specific training. And so the industry is very good at this time as far as keeping up to date with pilot records and training, and we can understand who's flying the aircraft, what their background is, make sure they don't have any accident history, knowing who the operator is, that they don't have an accident history, that they're in good standing with the FAA. And so all that information is important, and at LaBagh International we do our due diligence to ensure that safety is paramount. And so we hope to continue to contribute to the high safety standards in the industry and for our clients. Thank you.